doing well. Can I ask you a question? Have you ever wished you could grow up faster? Yeah, I know I did. When we were kids, becoming an adult sounded very, very exciting. We thought adults could do whatever they wanted and live freely. We imagined having our own money, making our own decisions, and living without rules. But now, many of us realize that growing up is not always easy. Along with freedom comes responsibility, and along with opportunities come challenges that we never expected before. So, my name is Jakia, and today I would like to talk about the pressure of growing up. Growing up is something that everyone experiences. It is a natural part of life, but it can also be one of the most challenging periods we go through. As we get older, people expect more from us. We are expected to make good decisions, achieve our goals, and prepare ourselves for the future. Sometimes these expectations can feel very heavy. As students, we often feel pressure from many things. We worry about our future, our grades, and what people expect from us. Sometimes we compare ourselves to others on social media, and after that, we feel left behind. And of course, it can make us feel stressed and confused at the same time. Social media allows us to see other people's achievements. Every day, we see students receiving awards, people starting successful business, and friends traveling to exciting places. However, we usually only see their best moments, not their struggles or failures. Because of this, many young people compare themselves to others and start feeling that they are not good enough. I think many of us have experienced this feeling, right? We ask ourselves, am I doing well enough, or why am I not as successful as them? These thoughts can make us lose confidence, even though everyone has their different goals and different journeys. Sometimes the pressure does not only come from social media, it can also come from our families, our friends, or even ourselves. Many students feel that they must always get good grades, be productive every day, and have a clear plan for their future. Yeah, while having goals is important, constantly putting pressure on ourselves can be unhealthy. For example, some students may feel anxious when they don't know exactly what career they want in the future. Others may feel worried because they think they are improving fast enough. Some people even feel guilty when they take a break and rest because they think that they should always be working hard. But in reality, rest is also an important part of growth. There are moments when we pretend that everything is fine, even when we actually feel tired and overwhelmed. We think we must always have a perfect plan for our future, even though we are still learning, right? Sometimes we're afraid of making mistakes because we think one mistake can change everything. However, mistakes are actually one of the most important parts of learning too. So yeah, every successful person has experienced failure at some point in their life. Athletes lose competitions, entrepreneurs experience business failures, and students receive disappointing grades. What makes them successful is not absence of failure, but their ability to learn from it and continue moving forward. As a first year university student, I'm still learning how to adapt to a new environment and new responsibilities, of course. University life is different from high school. We need to manage our time more independently, complete more challenging assignments and take greater responsibility for our learning. There are times when I feel uncertain about my future. However, I have learned that feeling confused is a normal part of growing up. We don't need to have all the answers right away. In fact, many adults are still figuring things out. Sometimes we assume that once we become adults, we will suddenly know exactly what to do with our lives. But life doesn't work that way. Learning never stops. Every stage of life brings new lessons, new challenges, and new opportunities to grow. Another important thing to remember is that success means different things to different people. So for some people, success means having a successful career. For others, it means having a happy family, good health, or meaningful relationships. We shouldn't not let society decide that success means for us. Instead, we should focus on building a life that makes us feel fulfilled and happy. I believe growing up is not a race. Everyone has their own pace and everyone faces different challenges. So it is okay to make mistakes, take risks, and learn step by step. What matters is that we keep moving forward and never stop learning. When we stop comparing ourselves to others, we can focus more on our progress. Even small achievements deserve appreciation. Maybe today we understand a lesson better than yesterday. Maybe we become a little more confident, a little more disciplined, or a little more responsible. These small improvements may seem insignificant, but over time they become meaningful growth. So let's stop comparing ourselves to others and start appreciating our own progress. Let us support one another instead of competing with one another. Let us remember that everyone is fighting their own battles, even if we cannot see them. Remember, life is not a race. We all have our own journey, and every small step forward is something to be proud of. Growing up may be difficult at times, but it is also an opportunity to learn, improve, and become stronger. As long as we continue to moving forward, we're already making progress. So yeah, that's all for my speech. Thank you for your attention. Have a wonderful day. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.